and you're listening to WSCALP Portsmouth Community Radio, 106.1 FM. It is a Friday, and I promised Joyce Andersen would join us live in the studio, and I didn't lie. And more importantly, she didn't lie. She is actually right here as we speak. Hello, Joyce.
Hello, Shawn.
Nice to, there we go. Nice to see you.
It's great to be seen. It's great to be at WSCA, Portsmouth
Right
Community friggin' Radio.
Right on. One thing I like about you is you're a definite supporter of Portsmouth Community Radio, and we really appreciate that. You've been a supporter right along, whether we play your music or not. So. And we play your music because of that, I think. You know, it's called payola. But
Yeah. That's all those trips to the Bahamas I've been giving you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, too. I'm working on my tan. We just played that song, Hey Joe. Congratulations on the new disc, by the way.
Thank you.
The name of the album is Swerve again.
Yeah, making a disc with two small kids around I'm pretty proud of that fact.
Yeah. Getting anything done with two small kids around is an accomplishment, but this is fantastic. I mean, this is you should be real proud of this. I
am. I think it's my third child. It was too much to have a real child, so I had to put that energy into something else.
So I want to talk about Hey Joe because that is I think one of the best covers I've ever heard of that song. But just talk about the whole disc. How did the idea of the one person violin troubadour come to you, and when did this start to be birthed? You said this was your third child. When did it actually?
Well, I remember like a moment when I just got back from like grocery shopping, and I was like unloading the minivan, and I had this clear vision that I wanted to make a CD, just myself, violin and vocals. I guess just because I didn't want. Band was too much like taking care of children. Dealing with anyone was more. It's like I just need something that's just me, where I can go up after the kids are in bed and work on something. And I think Harvey, my husband Harvey Reid, is inspiring in that troubadour. He's such a troubadour.
He is definitely a troubadour.
He does his records live, just in studio. And part of it is financial. Then you just and it's realistic of what you're going to do on stage. And I've always loved playing violin and singing. Violin is my first instrument. Violin is the instrument that I really know how to play well, as opposed to strumming and singing songs. I love the guitar, but I don't have virtuosity on it and the ability to improvise. And improvising is what lights me on fire.
Right.
So I didn't think of technology, but I told Harvey that I wanted to make a solo violin vocal CD, and he said, I think you should maybe, embrace technology on this. I'm like, huh. So he came back with he took the kids, and I remember him taking the kids as like this vote. Okay, she's starting her record, He went off and did an errand. And they stopped by Earcraft, and he found a used octave pedal, which lowers the sound of your instrument an octave, and he brought it home, and I just was like, whoa, this is cool. So that was the beginning, and then it's just one thing. It's just too long to tell the whole story. But
no, that's good. That's the birth. I mean, that's the birth of it. That's the conception, anyway. Yeah. The birth is the CD itself.
Then there was 2 years of a lot of hard work trying to figure out how to make things sound good.
Exactly. Well, I imagine that it was I imagine that it was a challenge at times
challenging
to embrace that technology and to have it come across as
musical.
Yeah, musical, exactly.
Yeah,
because it could be hokey.
Yeah.
when you start delving into technology a little bit.
I had tried to use a looper before, and I'd never succeeded. And I'd tried to use distortion on the fiddle, and I hadn't succeeded. So it was a lot of hours of plinking away and trying out new gear and for some reason the fire was lit so brightly inside of me that I didn't doubt myself, because it did seem at times kind of crazy what I was doing. So, and Harvey, have someone cheering you on is unbelievable. Yeah.
That's a very big gift,
Yeah.
Especially when doubts could come in. To have him there saying, "No, this is cool."
Yeah, no, you don't suck.
Right. Well, that's a good thing. That feedback alone. I need more people to tell me that.
Yeah.
Too, by the way.
Hey, Shawn, you know what, man? You don't suck.
Right, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh man,
that's going to be my tagline.
Yeah.
Shawn, I don't suck. Anyway.
Oh, I just have to say, I walked through the doors today, and I'm so caught up in like squeezing in my last minute errands before I come here, and just getting the stuff ready for the kids before I go to my gig, and I walk in here, and it's such a sane and wonderful place, so supportive of this community, and it's here all the time as I'm going through my crazy life, and I just got to tune in more often because I always get something out of it whenever I turn on WSCA.
Yeah.
And we get it in York because we have an antenna on our roof. So
Well, there you go. So you're the last person that far north that gets
yeah,
it.
pretty much. Yeah.
It's toll booth to toll booth. It is worldwide. If you're out there listening now, you can listen any time of day, anywhere in the world, as long as you have an internet connection. PortsmouthCommunityRadio.org. I encourage you to tune in that way. Stream us live. I just had someone from Spain say that they got a hold of me on Facebook and said, love your show, love what you're doing. Listening from Spain. So there you go. That's really cool. So why don't we do something live, and
Sure.
we'll come back and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Finn just walked into the studio. Got to say hi to him. Hi, Finn.
Well, a lot of the old time and bluegrass mountain music gets credit in the southern Appalachian Mountains, but I grew up hiking in the northern Appalachian Mountains, and I wrote this song with that kind of lonesome mountain music in mind. I think this song started when I was driving through Portsmouth somewhere. I'm growing wise, I'm 55, I'm 80, never been more alive. I am a daughter, I am a mother too, but a wife I'll surely never be. I fell in love with a rambling man, and he's rambled far away from me. It was in the forest, dark and deep, on a bed of moss we took our sleep. I'll never wish for house or land, just take me with you, rambling man. I gave myself to the rambling man, so sure he'd ask to take my hand, but he left me with a child inside, never to be his darling bride. I am a daughter, I am a mother too, but a wife I'll surely never be. I fell in love with a rambling man, and he's rambled far away from me. And the grief is long, and the strong are weak, and the weak are strong, and the rambling man keeps rambling on. I count my blessings, count the stars, I count the years, and I count the hours. My one true love is a rambling man. He held my heart right in his hand. Oh, my life is a blessed song, though the joy is brief and the grief is long, and the strong are weak and the weak are strong, and the rambling man keeps rambling on.
Beautiful, absolutely fantastic. Song called Ramblin' Man. Joyce Andersen live in the WSCA studios. Fantastic. Now that is, when I think fiddle, we were talking about your brand new album, Swerve.
Yeah.
When I think fiddle, that's what I think of. For the most part. A song like that would be, a fiddle song. We played Hey Joe a little bit ago, and I still hadn't gotten into talk about that, so I want to talk about it. Not talk about that song, but that's a great song. But Hey Joe is not so much a song I think about.
No,
when
I
when I think fiddle.
never pictured myself covering that one.
So, all right, you Harvey brings you the toys, and you say, okay, we're going to embrace technology. How did that song sort of creep its way into your repertoire?
Well, I must have had. I can picture where I was. I can't picture what gear I had. I think Harvey had an old tube screamer pedal, and I was using that, and just getting these new sounds immediately just make you play different and do different things. And I got out the viola, and it really sounds. Distortion takes to the viola better because it's more in the range of the electric guitar, which is the gear is all made for, and it's laid on the viola right in a key that was good for me, and so it just kind of fell out. So
well, I mean, I would
sometimes you have to work on it, but some
How long
things
did it take
give you
to,
little clues that it's going to work.
So you're playing around, and then you heard. I mean, was it? Did you think Jimi Hendrix, or did you think Hey Joe? Was it, what came first?
Oh, probably. I think I might have thought Jimi Hendrix first. Yeah.
And then did you search for the song that would work best, or?
Well, I don't probably. There wasn't probably a ton that came to mind that I would be able to handle. Although that's quite a doozy.
Yeah, I don't. Any song really on the fiddle. That's can I handle that?
But something about the way the fifths on the violin, or the that kind of thing worked well.
Well, it's absolutely phenomenal, and we talked about the disc earlier. And the name of the disc, by the way, is called Swerve, and for everyone at home, and it is a disc that's you were promoting as just you, even though the sound goes all over the place, it is just you with your fiddle and some gear out there. But on Hey Joe, it's a conversation. The song Hey Joe is a conversation between whoever asking them the question and then Joe answering back. And when Joe answers back, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, she lied to me on that song. That isn't her. And then I saw the video online, and I encourage everyone to go online to see all of Joyce's videos. Excuse me. And you have a YouTube page, which is it Joyce Scream? Is that the YouTube page? Well, go to her website, which is joycescream.com, and I'm sure there's a link there to the YouTube page.
Yeah.
Or you just Google it.
Yeah, go to YouTube and search out Joyce Andersen, S-E-N.
Right. And so I didn't get that it was you in that deep.
Yeah.
Going down.
We did some I have a conjuring thing going on that song.
That's fun. It is such a fun song. It is one of those songs. It's definitely a showstopper. I imagine people go crazy.
Well,
do you remember the first time you played it live and what the reaction was?
That was recorded. That was it. I mean, I had done a little YouTube video in my house. So and I'd send it around. So all 7 people that were at that first show knew about it, or 5 of the 7. And so it was 104 degrees. That it was the hottest day in recorded history. And I was in Somerville in Boston. And so this is my big coming out gig. Going down to Boston, I've been played on UMB for years. I thought, I might get a little crowd, but when I woke up and knew it was going to be 104, I called the promoter. I was like, it was like a blizzard. It's the same thing. And I got there and I hauled all my stuff in there and set it all up and played the show. And I was kind of pissed, that no one was there. I was playing great. And so Hey Joe is a great vehicle for any anger that you have, and I think it'll be hard to top that version. And I can't believe Harvey got it. We didn't plan on recording the show, but he had a little 2-channel Marantz digital recorder, and he stuck it in. He's like, man, she's on fire. I'm going to try and record this show. So he put it in, and it didn't work. The chip was faulty. So he was just, oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. I'm so
community
sorry.
radio,
Oh, so sorry. Hey, man, Jimi Hendrix. What would he do?
That's right.
Shoot. So anyway, you're going to have to blank me out and stuff. It's too late for that. Oh, yeah.
It's okay. No
Okay,
worries.
so anyway, he found the chip from the camera, and he took it out of the camera and put it in the Marantz. So it just kind of feels like, wow, it's really nice when you
Came
don't
together.
know you're being recorded, because you always play better.
Right.
So I didn't know.
Well, that video version is fantastic, and the sound is great. So good for you.
Yeah, it
And,
worked out.
Well, it's
rock
too
and
bad
roll.
that there were only 7 people there. I was
Yeah.
just thinking a little while ago. I remember you played up to the coffee house. You mentioned that it's the same as a blizzard. I don't know if you remember this. It was, you did a show with High
Oh,
Range.
right.
You and High Range.
It was a blizzard.
It was a blizzard. We had like 15 inches of snow, and
Yeah.
I came this close to canceling, but we had sold so many tickets that I was like, well, we've already sold the tickets, so it's going to be a success whether anyone shows up or not. And I think probably 99% of the people showed up to that show, even though we
yeah.
had so much snow. So
Yeah.
there you go. The heat, though, people can't handle the heat.
Yeah, so
I can
anyway, that
handle
Hey
the
Joe
snow.
song, I'm not a fan of guns, but I feel like that song is a release, and it's like shoot down whatever it is that's holding you back from your joy or from something good in your life. That's where and there's plenty of things to be angry about, Wall Street or
Let's go down the list, right?
so anyway, I just channel my anger in that one. It's fun.
Can you do me a favor before you stop playing that? Just swing that around thing.
Yeah. But I really do. I could sing a peace song in honor of
All right,
my
we'll do
feeling.
one. Yeah, do the opposite.
Yeah.
Killing a girlfriend, and then we'll go to peace. How's that? Where's that?
Yeah, this one's made it around the world a little bit, and there's Songs for Peace. Some organization, you can find it online, has just used it as to back up their video, and people have brought it over to teach to kids in the West Bank, and preachers have used it. I pretty much nobody still knows it, but anyway, I'm gonna sing it for you anyway. One called "Filled with Love." Men of anger, men of war, my heart is filled with love. Tell me, what are you fighting for? My heart is filled with love. This death I see won't make me numb. My heart is filled with love. Every boy, a mother's son. My heart is filled with love. Raise your voices, spread the news. My heart is filled with love. Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, Jew, my heart is filled with love. They all teach the golden rule. My heart is filled with love. Do unto others as you'd have them do. My heart is filled with love. I will not fear these foreign tongues. My heart is filled with love. There is a place for everyone. My heart is filled with love. I cannot make their will my own, but my heart is filled with love. Fear can turn a heart to stone, but my heart is is filled with love. I do not know my neighbor's name, but my heart is filled with love. I love that stranger just the same. My heart is filled with love. Hope is rising from this place. My heart is filled with love. Divine wisdom, amazing grace. My heart is filled with love. Men of anger, men of war, my heart is filled with love. Tell me, what are you fighting for? My heart is filled with love. My heart is filled with love. My heart is filled with love. My heart is filled with love.
Beautiful. Joyce Andersen live in the WSCA studios. That was very nice. Song called Filled with Love. What is that album off of?
Love and Thirst.
Love and Thirst. All right. I'll have to go back and...
yeah, I got a band on it.
Nice. I'll have to go back and listen to that again. That was a great album, too. I don't know, for some reason, it wasn't ringing a bell with me, but that's a good song.
Yeah, there's a whole Peace trilogy on that one.
Mm-hmm. The Peace Trilogy. That's what we love here.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We're live in the studio with Joyce Andersen. Time right now is about 20 minutes before the hour of 4 o'clock. She's performing a couple of different places. You're performing tonight up in Portland at the Empire Dine and Dance.
Yeah, I'm finally playing it in Portland.
All right.
Really
So you haven't been up there much?
Not much, no. I'm looking for a home up there. And, the Empire reminds me of the press room a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And speaking of the press room, you're performing there tomorrow night. And you're going to be doing the whole Swerve extravaganza.
Yes,
yeah.
It'll be Swervelicious.
Swervelicious, which is nice. And you're gonna get warmed up tomorrow afternoon, literally and figuratively, at Prescott Park, where you're going to be part of the Showcase Festival over there. So that'll be good, along with Aline Ivers and the Wyos are going to be over there. And who else is performing over there?
Kyle Carey.
Oh, yeah, Kyle Carey. We just had Kyle in here not too long ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I've never heard her.
Yeah, she's really good. So that should be a great... That's a 1 o'clock show over at the Prescott Park. If you want more information about that, you can go to prescottpark.org. They're doing a lot of great things over there, and Joyce will be one of them. And she'll be doing the Swerve thing there, and she'll be doing the Swerve thing over at the press room tomorrow night. So you can get your fill of Joyce, for sure, if this isn't doing it for you right now, and I'm sure it isn't. One thing I wanted to ask you, the sort of the title track on Swerve is you talk about your love of belly dancing. I'm going to call it your love of belly dancing. And which is a great song, and I'm just wondering how you got into belly dancing in the first place.
Yeah, well, a friend called me up and said, "You want to take a belly dance class through the York Rec Department, or continuing education, and
really, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love that.
It was another mom friend of mine, and I was like, yeah, and I just couldn't believe I had never done the most basic little hip circles and little shimmies. I'd never done any of that stuff. I love dancing. Anyway, it was held over the York Fire Department, which made it pretty sexy, you know.
Well, my first thought was like the pole dancing thing, and there's the then you got the fire department, and they've got the pole. But
it was a blast, and I just couldn't believe how fun it was, and why do any other form of exercise when you can belly dance?
Mm-hmm. Is it so? I mean, you took to it obviously. Now you've worked. I'm
no great belly dancer, but I just had sometimes the best guitar player is the one who's having the most fun. Maybe I'm the best belly dancer because I'm having the most fun.
I would say you are for sure. In my opinion. Well, you took to it enough to write a song about it, and actually sort of name the album after it.
Yeah,
so,
well, it's a great word for taking a change of course, which is this album definitely is. And the belly dance teacher has choreographed a dance to it. I got to get a video
That's
going
nice.
on. Yeah,
that'd be good. Yeah. And you should do that. And I know that you actually bring in the belly dance into your performances. And
I
is
do.
that-
Well, it's a very natural. That's part of what happened. Is it's a very natural thing. I stand up when I play. When I started, I was sitting down, but then I don't remember what made me stand up. But I have a kick drum under my right foot and a tambourine under my heel, and the way I sway back and forth, it's just very natural. So the music just comes out. It's like, why waste that motion, right? And so, and then there's a belly dance move called the camel, which really is that motion. So
do you?
that started me thinking.
Did it help your playing at all?
What?
Belly dancing?
I do not think so.
No. Okay. I'm just wondering. You never know. It's like
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's loosened me up.
well, I've talked to other people that say, they sang a little different after they got their first massage or something like that. They
Well,
realized that.
I think
so
having babies has changed my
Yeah.
voice and my depth of my soul.
that'll do it.
Yeah. No, I definitely think I've gotten way, more grounded and deeper and everything. And my art is coming out of
With children.
it rose up. It had to rise up pretty loudly to be heard over the din
Right.
of the children. So it was like exciting to
Yeah,
hear.
well, it's sort of like rising back up because I imagine that having
yeah.
kids. I mean, you were on a path. You were doing.
Yeah,
your
no, I was on a
musical
pretty
path.
good path till I had kids. Musically, I mean,
Right.
I don't mind. I'm so glad I had kids, but yeah, they kind of. I was on the phone with a guy about finally doing a label, a national label, not a huge one, but really great artists. I can't even think of the name of it right now.
Appleseed.
Appleseed.
Yeah.
And he was kind of trying to convince me of it, and then I kind of just I said, "Yeah, man, I'm up for it. By the way, I'm pregnant." Click. It's about like that.
Well, see me in 6 years or
Yeah.
18 years or whatever. well,
It's okay. It's all part of the plan.
yeah, well, that's great. If you rising up with this album, Swerve, is any indication of where you're going to be heading in the future, as a result of children or not, I think you're heading in the right direction for sure.
I'm going to champion the late bloomers
right
of the
on.
world.
Go get them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do another live thing, and then
Yeah.
we can come back and
I'll just do a
finish
few
up the
fiddle
show here.
tunes.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see, the first one's called the Cavalier, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Excuse me. Very nice. In the audience, the studio audience gets quiet.
I missed my kick drum. It's
That
kind of
was
fun to get
yeah, that would have been good too. Yeah, that was beautiful. Joyce
Just come
Andersen
see me
with
live.
us.
That'll then you'll get the whole.
Get the whole thing.
The whole
She's
thing.
performing tonight up at Empire Dine and Dance in Portland. If you want to head up and see her up there. Tomorrow she's got a full day. She's got a very full day tomorrow for a few different reasons. One, she's performing at the Prescott Park Showcase Festival along with Eileen Ivers, the Wyos, and Kyle Carey. That's going to be a full day of music. That starts at 1 p.m. if you want to get over there and spend some time at Prescott Park, which is a beautiful park. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. And then tomorrow night over at the Press Room, you'd be doing a whole Swerve show, which will be fantastic. And not only that, it's your birthday.
It's my
tomorrow.
birthday. Yeah.
Yay!
It's a great birthday present.
That is a great birthday present.
Two
So.
great Portsmouth legendary places, you know?
Well, happy birthday from all of us here at WSC.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a great birthday present to us for that you're doing this for us here today. So I encourage everyone to bring presents, or just your presents would be nice.
I just want everyone to sing happy birthday because it's like the one song everyone knows.
That's right.
So
Well, there you
everyone
go.
has to sing. See?
Are you going to bring that up, or are you going to have someone go through the crowd and?
I don't know how it's going to happen.
It's going to happen one way or the other.
Improvisation is the nature of the game.
Someone will be there, hopefully, to remind everyone that it is your birthday. So, if you're going to both shows, I encourage you to sing happy birthday at the Prescott Park gig and at the Press Room. How's that? Time right now is about 10 minutes before the hour of 4 o'clock. We're live in the studio with Joyce Andersen, her husband, Harvey Reid, and her. You also perform with Harvey as a duo, but you also do the sort of this country Hank and Dixie thing.
Yeah, the thing that we do musically most together now, we sometimes share evenings and play a few. We've made a few albums together, so we do some of that stuff still. But we have this really fun band called Hank and Dixie and the Naughty Pine Boys, which is old-time country music. Bruce, well, everyone has different names, but Bruce Durr, I must say. Bruce Durr is on pedal steel.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, we're so lucky. And Kent Allen plays bass.
Nice, yeah.
And Rob Nealand plays drum.
Man. Oh, he does?
Yeah. One drum, pretty much. Sometimes we give him a kick drum. Pretty much snare, and it's just perfect.
What a good gig for him, you know? That's all you got to do is bring a drum.
Yeah.
That's it.
He loves it.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
Rob's fantastic, too. So
Yeah.
He's a very, very talented instrumentalist as well. So
And songwriter, and yeah.
But go to Joyce's website, joycescream.com. And you can also learn more about Harvey and at his website, which is woodpecker.com as well. Now, Harvey used to do the Seacoast Guitar Society.
Yeah.
And whatever happened to that?
It's still around.
Is it still around?
Yeah.
Because I know he used to do great concerts.
Well, he had just had one of the most amazing ones. It must have been a few months ago. Oh, no. That amazing Celtic guitar player.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
I should know more about it. I'm sorry I didn't have it off the top of my head.
I can't believe it's going out of my head.
But,
Yeah, it's still seacoastguitar.org.
Okay.
But yeah, kids have slowed us down on all
that'll do
measure
it. I'm
counts.
sure. Trying to fit in everything, because I know he was doing a monthly series, which is a lot of work in its own right. So I can understand.
Yeah, we're not doing that many.
Yeah.
No.
But every person I've seen at any of those shows, and I've discovered some great artists through him.
Yeah,
as well.
that's the way I think ideally the world would be better if we could just trust promoters to bring in people that are great and not famous, you know?
Absolutely.
Because the promoters often get obsessed with fame, and then they just see how famous a person can I book, at this festival or this thing, and it gets out of hand.
The trouble with that, as a promoter from the other end, is that it's trying to talk people into coming to see the people that are great but not famous.
Yeah, no, it takes a lot of work, and that's what Harvey's done. And it's not a big gig, so he can't get huge names, but that's the whole point. He gets people where they can make nice money,
and people show up
on a Sunday night, and Harvey's got the confidence of his mailing list that they'll know it's good, even though they haven't heard this person.
Well,
on YouTube and stuff like that helps too now.
Absolutely. Well, you cannot go wrong with any show that Harvey presents. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Time right now is about 7 minutes before the hour of 4 o'clock. We've been live in the studio with Joyce Andersen. We have time for one more live thing. If you want to throw one at us, you want to do Dream a Little Dream?
Oh, I could do Dream a Little Dream. I've never done this acoustically before.
Oh, this will be good.
It'll be a little more subtle than the
the
enhanced
Swerve album.
enhanced version. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in a sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me.
Very nice. What a nice way to close out the show. Joyce Andersen live in the WSCA studios. Dream a little dream. I want to thank you for coming in today. Thank you so much for supporting this radio station and for coming in and being on the show
thanks
today.
for being here, Shawn, and also to SCA. It's just a great.
Nice.
We love you guys.
And happy birthday.
Thanks.
I hope it goes great. Joyce is going to be performing tomorrow. Well, tonight up at the Empire Dine and Dance up in Portland. Tomorrow at Prescott Park and at the Press Room right here in Portsmouth.
Yeah, the Empire. It's a 7:30. Just a one. It's free. It's really fun up there right now. It's the First Friday's Art Walk.
Oh, nice.
So you can go
Well, there
around
you go.
and see art and drink wine, and then come see me at
Right on.
7:30.
That'll be fun.
All right.
And start singing happy birthday to you at any time during the day tomorrow. And
Starting
that'll
now,
be good.
right?
Starting now. I think I'm going to end with one last song off of your Swerve CD. And is there any one in particular? I was going to play Heartbreak because that's such a beautiful song.
It's one of my favorites. I love playing
Oh, really?
it live
Okay.
too. Yeah.
All right, we'll do that one.
Yeah.
There's a couple other ones that I could play. Maybe I'll do another one. Who knows? But I want to thank you again for coming in.
Thanks so much.
And I want to thank everyone at home watching and listening. All right, the name of the song is called Heartbreak. It's on the brand new album by Joyce Andersen. The new album is called Swerve.
That was awesome, guys. Holy crap.